Hello, my beloveds. Here we are again with the twin flame report for this week. Um, a lot of energies are going on at the moment. We had the 333 portal on the 3rd of the 12th. And in this portal, a lot of old energies came up that needed to be removed, and that will continue till the 12th of December with the 12/12 portal. We will have more energies to be released. The last pieces of karma will be resolved. And will get cleared out of the system. It means that people who were not in the not believing in karma or did something to you will feel the karma extra strong coming this month. It could be karma of loneliness, karma of regret, karma of ancestral lines that comes up. And always know what's within you is also within somebody else. So if you judge somebody else, then you know that that piece of karma is still within yourself, and that needs to be released. So you need to take other measurements to release that karma, or to release that pain, or to release that situation. And some people don't want to dive deep, and there is no possibility anymore to escape, because it's the time of awakening, and you can work on yourself in this awakening, or you be rudely awakened. And there is no other way around. There is no soft way, to do this. Awakening is never soft. Awakening is rude. Awakening is really the path of the hermit, to work with your emotions, to clear everything out that's no longer serves you. So let's see what's in the Divine Masculine's mind space, and that's balance. He needs to find balance on his own, and as you see, 2 ships are leaving, and that brought him really in disbalance. And now he has to figure out how to keep the balance when there is no support, and he has to do it on his own. And I'm seeing he is and it has to do with his emotions, but also the material world. He knows now that when he's on his own, standing on his own and finding his balance, that the material things will come towards him. You know, he's still finding his balance in his mind space, and the balance he needs to find is in his mind, from his mind to his body, to this connection with the earth. He needs to ground himself out of his thoughts and go within. So for a lot of Divine Masculine means it needs meditation, or work with the goddess energy of the land, do the things for her, do the things for his feminine, as the feminine is representing the goddess. And if he is supporting her, then he is also supporting himself. And that brings back the balance. That's the only thing. In his heart space, he has victory. The feeling that he overcomes something, that he is he overcome probably the addiction of codependency. I have a feeling that a lot of the divine masculine don't want to be codependent anymore, because they understand that there was this mother energy that made him codependent, and he wants to get out of this. So he is jumping his horse and starts to go with his own journey. And that feels as a bit of a victory. It's also scared because he doesn't know where he's heading to, but he is getting the victory that he wants in his heart space. It could also mean that he wants to reunite with his divine feminine, and that he wants to conquer, and that he wants to have the victory that he really wants, that he's riding towards his divine feminine, knowing that she is in his heart space. How does he sees the divine feminine? As the empress, as also with the black cat next to her, the feminine energy. She is powerful. She conquered already what he conquered, and he sees her as strong, independent, going for the things where she is focusing her energy to, and that she's also getting the things that where she's focusing her energy to. He sees her as the feminine, that is really in her strong, grounded true power. So, and she is a go-getter. She is going for the things that she desires. She's going for her passion, and she's going for all the things that lives in her heart space, and he admires that in her. That's how he sees her. Supported also by the goddess, supported by the universe, and manifest the things that she wants in her life. And what's in the divine feminine's headspace? She is waiting for the wheel to turn, and she sees that the wheel is turning. The divine masculine had it last week. She is in her center, and in the center of herself, in the sun side, and she's waiting for the wheel to turn, and she turns the wheel in her direction, to the universe. She let the universe speak to her. She let the universe give her the strength and the power to connect with the ancient gods and goddesses. In her mind space, she is with the Egyptian energy of the ancestors that can help her move forward in a direction she really needs and wants to go to. And she is focusing just on the wheel of fortune. Also the medicine wheel. She is focusing on this project and hold this wheel in her hands to turn around what needs to be turned around for the greater good of all. And it's not only for her only for her own good, but also for the whole collective. What's in the in the heart space of the divine feminine? Well, look at here. It's the Emperor. From last week, he was in her mind space continuously, and now he's in her heart space. So it made a shift from the head to the heart. And she knows when it's in the heart space, she can let go of the thoughts and the focus of the divine masculine, knowing that he's always in her heart, and that she has to give time a chance, and focus a chance. It's her Emperor. And she also knows that he needs to come in his Emperor energy, that he needs healing, that he needs time to figure things out of his own. Because out of codependency, he shifted to something else, and maybe a third party, or focusing on his work that doesn't give him the time and doesn't give him the energy that he really needs to receive. So in her heart space, she knows all of this, and she says, okay, you're in my heart anyway, and it doesn't matter which direction you go, you will always come back in my heart space. So out of the thinking into the heart, and that will really works for her. How does she see the divine masculine? That he needs time to rest, that he needs energy, that he needs recuperation, but also meditation. If he meditates, he gets out of his mind space into his body, and he really needs to go and feel in his body what is going on in his body. You know, they also mirror each other in the body space, and that's what's going on at the moment. And he knows that the meditation will bring his vibration up and will bring him to the light. But because of he is tired there, and not enough light and not enough sleep, he will, fall asleep during meditation or whatever. He needs to rest. He needs to take time for himself, and needs to communicate this. The communication is very important, because those are the sorts of communication and truth. So if he is truthful to himself, it won't take so much energy off him. If you're not in good communication with your body, with the divine, it takes a lot of energy, because you have to work for it. And when you go in flow, in meditation, it will all go in flow. It's not the hard work. It's going in flow. It will come and it will attract to you. So it's really for if you as a masculine are searching for abundance in your life, know that you connect with your spirit guides every day. Work with the earth energy every day. Work for the goddess, and connect with the universe. It's so below, so above. It's not a thing you do once in a while in a weekend. No, it's constantly work. It's everyday work. Every day you do something to connect with. If it's with the water, if it's with the earth, if it's with the air, every day it's a single practice. spirituality is not just a weekend thing, it's a way of living. And if you communicate with your spirits every day, then you get your guidance, and you have to know which energies you're talking to, you know. If it's spirit, is it a lower vibrational energy, or is it a higher vibrational energy? You need to know with who you are talking to. And when you go within, in meditation, you get the right answers. You know, if you're in a daily practice, your mind is too occupied to make connection with your heart space, and you're starting to believe the things your mind are saying, and your mind is just an illusion. So you need to connect with your spirit guides, and you need rest. You need rest, because if you and it will go in a flow. It will go in a flow. If you don't meditate for a week, you know, you can start all over again. So make it a daily practice. Even if you're tired, just sit for 5 minutes and raise your vibration up, bringing the light into your body from the earth and the universe. Connect those two in your heart space and feel that there is more light going and flowing through your whole system. And if that's going on in your system, then you will rejuvenate. If you don't meditate, you know, your battery will, you know, just short circuit. It's just draining you, and then it becomes hard work. Communication becomes hard work because it's all in your mind space, you know. So that's how she sees the divine masculine, that he needs his rest and that he needs to meditate some more. What is supporting him? The door to healing, personal healing, and happiness. So it means if he heals himself and he heals others, or he heals situations, or he heals his emotion, then the doors to happiness are opening for him, and the sun is shining out there. But he needs to heal. It could be that he needs to heal from multiple breakups, the feeling of being not worthy in the time and space that he felt numb, that there was numbness in his life, that he cut himself off from all emotions because of different situations that was going on. And if he does that, he needs to heal from this. And that will support him to the doors of happiness. So it could be that the divine feminine is healing him, that she is taking care of some energies that she can transform, because that's what she's doing with her wheel of fortune, with the ancestor lines. You know, she is healing the collective. She is healing people around her that going with her in the higher frequency, so they can search for their happiness. And that the happiness is not an act. You know, you can, then it will be an authenticity in your life. Most of us is when we are by ourselves, we are quiet, we are in alignment with ourselves and authentic. You know, we do the things for ourselves to be in this space of where we feel comfortable. But when we go out and meet other people, we put up our shiny face, and that's not an authenticity. And we put on a shiny face because probably there is too much hurt, underneath it, and you don't want to show that to other people. You can show it to the people you trust and you are connected and dear with. But when you go out and you put up your shiny face, it's not healed, the underlying emotions are not healed, you're just fake. It's just not the real thing you show. If you are happy within and without, you see it through your eyes will shine, when you're just giving an act and your eyes don't radiate what's within, you can see the fakeness in this. So make sure that you're healed, that you're healing your emotions, because those are the ways to open the gates to happiness. Otherwise, you're just getting stuck, and it will pile up and pile up and pile up, and then the fear comes in, the anxiety comes in, and all the negative emotions that you can, if that disappears when you're healed. It's like you're emptying a bucket of emotions. If you empty those buckets and you work on these buckets of emotions, and you empty it, then there is more space and more room for the sun to come in, to fill up more space. So it will help the divine masculine, to release all those emotions, so that there will come in more happiness than there is emotions. You can better have a small layer of emotions at the bottom of the bucket, and it's filled with all of happiness, or you can choose to fill up the bucket with all your emotions and there is no space for happiness. So it's the choice for the divine masculine to release and to do something with these emotions. How does he seize the relationship with the divine feminine? He sees that he broke her heart. He sees that it's hard for her to connect with him because of the broken heart. He's also afraid, by interacting now with the divine feminine, that he will break her heart again. So he wants to work to get back in balance, and to get back in balance with himself, and doing his work on his own for a while. So if he comes back to her, that he won't break her heart. And what I hear, they won't break your heart anymore, because you're not that person anymore that let her heart be broken by anyone. So yes, because you're independent, you're giving your boundaries before they can break your heart. So it's the fear of the divine masculine, that he breaks her heart again. And probably his heart is probably still heartbroken, that he needs to heal from it. And the healing journey is started. He sees that he is also responsible for her heartbreak, but also responsible to heal her heart. And that's probably what they can do together. And it's the right time, after the 11/11 portal, that they come together and heal each other. Because most of the hurt comes from inattentional, not being aware. And if you start to be aware, then you will make different decisions than you made before. And I see that that is going to happen. So it will never be the same again. Spirit says it's impossible to go back to the past if there is no change. But if there is change made in both persons, then reuniting is possible. So what is supporting the divine feminine? The world. She needs to remember that there is a whole world out there that is open for her to discover who she is, how strong she is, how she can overcome her own fears. And the world, outside world, will help her. And she is also doing her healing world work for the world. You know, it's not only doing the healing work for herself and for other people around her, but she is healing the world and the collective. She wants to heal Mother Gaia, because she is aware that that's the only thing we have in our life. If Gaia's gone, we don't have anything. And this is also the new earth. The new earth she wants to create, and that makes that she is walking her path make people aware that there is another way of doing, of reacting with each other. That only thing there is love, and love will heal. Love will make the new earth, and it makes the new people getting aware that they can't work in harsh environments anymore, because they damage each other, you know. She's sending light to all corners of the world, to heal the world, to leaders, to everything, every control system. She is working to heal it. And she does it in the water, she does it on the land, and she does it in the universe. She uses all elements to help to do the work, for heal the world. And she knows that's her path. And she needs to know that she can't be distracted, and that she needs to focus for where she's here for. So that will support her. How does she see the relationship with the Divine Masculine? Well, he is holding her heart. And she knows that he will always have her heart. That there is no other person for her in her life at the moment. That because she knows that this is a connection from former lives, that this is a connection, and I don't want to say karmic life, I want to say they jumped together to this earth to find each other and to connect with each other and to learn from each other. So they have lifetimes and lifetimes that they looked for each other in other realms, and coming back together and being separated again, coming back together and separating again because of other lifetimes, other duties. But she knows that he is the divine feminine masculine in her life, and that's he is her twin. And she also knows in a certain time and a certain frame that they will do the work together. But it needs refining and healing of the heart. The divine masculine needs to heal his heart, and the divine feminine needs to heal her own heart. And that's what's going on. And because they're connecting again and communicating again, that will make them heal. That will make the healing. The divine masculine, what is keeping him, what's blocking him? Attachment. I think he had this one last week also. So the attachment to the karmic, or the attachment to things in his and situations in his life that will block his progression. So now he is training himself to be disattach, to do the things on his own. He doesn't want to be dependent or kept by the divine feminine. So he wants to disattach and walk his own journey. So that's a good thing, you know. That means that he is getting rid of his addictions, that he is leaving the fear behind, even if there's fear. By leaving the attachment means that he is conquering his fears, that even if it's scary, he's going to do the things he needs to do without being attached to it. So it means that he is clearing out a lot of fear, of anxiety, of being needed, getting out of the hero mentality to save someone else. So he is stepping in his masculine energy and not in his feminine energy. So what will support him and what he will do about it? Wow, he will follow the goddess of the god. And when he follows this path of the moon, of the goddess, she will guide him to go where he needs to go and to find what he needs to know. All the secrets that the moon has, all the emotions that the energies of the moon and the energies of the emotions will be healed by the moon, his phases. You know, the moon has a lot of phases, and if you go with the phases of the moon, then you will also heal yourself emotionally. So he is grabbing his horse and follow the path of the goddess of the god. It doesn't matter which way it goes, you know, it can go all directions. But I see that the divine masculine is you know, raising his hand up to the moon and saying, I'm receiving you. I'm receiving your energy of the moon. I'm talking to you again. I let you back in my life again to guide me and to heal me where I need to be. Wow, that's beautiful. What is blocking the divine feminine, the thinking woman? So the divine feminine, if you go in your mind space, you know that you get blocked. You know that your thoughts are an illusion. That's not the truth. That only what your heart speaks is the truth. So get out of your mind space, because it will create conflicts. It creates disharmony. And also know, in this case, which energies and which spirits are behind it. Is it a higher vibration or is it a lower vibration? And you will feel that. When you get negative thoughts, you know there are negative energies attachments. So if you go into a space of thinking and you're thinking negative, you know that there is a negative and a low vibrational attachment to you. So you need to raise your vibration. You have to step into the light. You have to kick in your light language. You have to meditate. You have to do all of kind of these things to get the illusion out of your mind, to keep your mind quiet. And if you don't do this, this will disrupt everything you're working for. So if you are in the thinking mode the last weeks and you're not meditating, so you know that there is a lower energy with you on a lower vibration, and you need to raise the vibration. So connect with your star beings, connect with your angels, connect with the ascended masters. I don't care who you connect with in a higher vibrational energy, but go there. Otherwise, your mind will destroy everything. Everything you built for. So, and what she's going to do about it, she will go to the light, she will meditate, and she will have the victory over herself again. She will have the control over her mind, she will have the control over her thinking. And she will, I don't know if it's, yeah, she has this crown of leaves that will come towards her, and it's the golden crown she can wear, because she is in control of her mind. She is in control of the negative thoughts. She is not allowing the negative thoughts and the negative energies to come in and destroy everything. She will have victory over the lower vibrations. And she knows this. She knows that she can turn it around by meditation, by withdrawing, going into nature, and celebrate. But she also knows that the victory for her and the divine masculine could come nearer. She has a small victory of restoring the relationship. That's what I feel. So, what is combining them? The door to value. That's what they both have in thought. You know, the doors to value will open, because it's not value in money, but what you value in each other. And when you speak out your appreciation towards each other, the doors will open a little bit more, because it needs trust to open those doors on both sides, not only on the divine feminine sides, on both sides. Because in the twin flame journey, they hurt each other too many times in multiple lifetimes. They had multiple separations, not only in this lifetime, in former lifetimes. And in former lifetimes also energies of third parties, of war, of maybe another woman, or death that separated them. And now they're coming back in this life, and they, you know, they have a chance again to restore the separation. And that needs to be valued, revalued, I hear. It needs to be revalued, and they do it both. They both revalue what they can mean for each other in their lives. And that will open the door a bit more to show them what's behind the closed doors, you know. What was closed is now opening, and they show them, you know, what could be in the background, you know, a fountain of more energy, of love, a house, everything they wanted in their life, that's now opening bit by bit. But you know, that's what combines them both, what they both want. It's not how it will end, you know. What will bring them back together? The temple path. Oh my goodness. The temple path. The path of the divine masculine walking his own path to his temple. The divine feminine follow her path to her own temple, and that's the inner temple. It's the path of the ancestors. It's the path of the past, and to reclaim and to remember your ancestral line, where you're coming from. Who were you in former lifetimes? What is drawing you near? And that's what's happening. And that will bring them together. The temple path. The path of the moon. The path of their own history. And maybe the divine feminine did already so much work on her gods and goddesses that now it's time to connect with the path of the divine masculine. And that's probably more the masculine way. So the warrior kind of energy that he is trying to find within himself back again. So if she walks and behind him and just supports him, that's more than enough. And she will get also the energies of the gods towards her, because as they are connected as one, as the soul, the left and the right, the up and the below, you know, it's all connected with each other. There's no other way. So when he is walking the path of the ancestors, she will be connected with those ancestors also. And when she connects with the feminine energies of her ancestors, he will be connected with that energy. So that's what will bring them back together. Let's see if there's anything that needs to be clarified. Let's clarify the hearts, the broken heart. What's the broken heart has to do with the divine masculine. Oh, leaving. His heart gets broken by the divine feminine leaving. and that needs to heal. It's also traveling, you know. The car, the boat, is also standing for travels, and you know, maybe he needs to travel towards her, or the divine masculine wants to travel and to mend his own broken heart, but also he sees every time that she is leaving that it will take a little bit of a broken heart for him. It's he's used to it. He is almost numbed his heart for his divine feminine to leave. So, and if you see what's going on in the relationship, how he sees the relationship, you know, every time he leaves, her heart breaks, and every time when she leaves, his heart breaks. So he knows that there is things to be that can be mended, and it can be that he will travel towards her in his dreams, or you know, to be with her, connect with her, because knowing that she's leaving. So that's going on in his let's see, the Four of Swords of the Divine Masculine as a clarifier. Like, whoa, that's a huge message. Let's one card, please, for the Divine Masculine. Wow, energy, this one, okay. He wants to be the masculine for her. That's what she sees. The Four of, that he is tired. And he wants to be that masculine who offers his love and his rose to her. She knows this, but he's too tired. He's not ready yet. So she gives him time and space to do this. There is time and space enough when there's traveling. When the divine feminine leaves, or going back home, it could be that the twins are separated from countries or different states or whatever. But then when she leaves, he knows that he wants to, you know, to be that man for her. He wants that man to be the man in her life, no matter what, even if he thinks that that there is better for her out there, and that's not up to him. The divine feminine is choosing her divine masculine, her counterpart, and she is not choosing her man by appearance. She is chosen her man and her heart, who has her heart, by energy, by an energetic connection of Lemurian time, Atlantic time, starseed time. They know that they jumped together and they came back together and they found each other in multiple lives, and now they're in this life again and separated and having a hard time, both having a hard time when they're separated from each other. And now when the heart is coming back, by taking rest, doing your own thing, not being attached, then it will flow. Then they will be together again. Okay, I'm going to make another card of the Romance Angel cards. How does the divine masculine feel about the divine feminine? One card, please. Thank you. That's what the divine feminine says with this card. He is not ready yet. He is not ready yet because he needs to heal himself. Love yourself first. Because if you love yourself first, you can love me. And then you can give me the love I deserve. Because if you're not healed, I'm not getting the love I deserve from you. And she knows this in her heart space. So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So respect yourself, love yourself, honor yourself, take care of yourself. Because that's what she deserves. And you need to give that to her. If you heal yourself, you can give that to her. So love yourself first, and love yourself how you would be loved. How do you want to be loved? That's a question for the divine masculine. How do you want to be loved? And give it to yourself first. And if you can give that to yourself first, then you can also give it to your divine feminine. And then you will drop into your king energy, in your emperor energy. Okay, divine feminine. Oh, 2. Here, past life relationship. You have known each other before. You have known each other before. Well, I just channeled it. It's just a confirmation of what I channeled. So, yes. Past life relationship, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Enjoy the moment when you are with each other, that you value each other, that you're honoring each other, and then you attract the love into your life. So be kind to yourself, love yourself, love your divine masculine. How would you be loved? Could be totally different than the divine masculine, you know. If you are a soft kind of person, and you have some universal codes, that could be that it's totally different than the 3D masculine is in. So you know that the universe gives you the love you deserve. And you need to take care of yourself. If it's not, be treated by the divine masculine as it should be, then you have to set your boundaries and tell him so. Because they can't read your mind. You only can teach them how you feel. And if they are considerate about you, then they will take action on it. If they don't care, you know, they won't take any action on it. So make sure that you love yourself also by enjoying the time when you're spending time together. Enjoy it, and then love will grow. But if they don't treat you the way you should be treated, you need to speak up, because it's your heart and you're guarding your heart in every way not to be broken again by the 3D energy, because the masculine is still evolving. There are a lot of masculine awake, are evolving to the 5D energies, but it's not an easy path for them, because the path they walk is totally new, of eons and eons of hierarchy, of being the masculine, of being heard, taking care, not hurt but heard by and the divine feminine was submissive in that program, and now it's all about the divine feminine. The divine feminine is rising, and the divine feminine needs the support. And if they can do that, then, you know, support the divine feminine, and the divine feminine will support the divine masculine. They will be queen and king together. So that was it for today, and for this week. And I hope you have a great 12/12 portal, and I will see what's the overall energy, what comes up in the 12/12 portal. And that's engagement. Oh my goodness. Engagement. It's all about love. This portal is about love. This portal is by a promise. Your love life is ascending to a higher love of commitment. It doesn't mean it. Yeah, it is meaning an engagement. Last 2 days ago, I was just drawing the engagement ring and the engagement ring. So this is what's going on in the collective energies, that a lot of you will get a ring, maybe around Christmas time, around the 12/12 portal, that and don't think it's and a lot of you will be engaged to get married, but also maybe you get a ring as a commitment, not as a commitment, but as a promise for better times. And I know that the divine feminines always love rings and always are very attracted to stuff that like that, and have a very high affectionate energy around a ring. But it doesn't mean to be an engagement ring. It could be that it's just a promise for their connection together. So, and that's what I see for the upcoming month. After the 12/12 portal, are a lot of people, also Venus in Sagittarius will make more love coming through the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and unions are possible, and reconciliations also. So I wish you all the best, and I will see you next time. I'm open for private consultations after the 12th of December. I'm fully booked from 9, 10, 11 and 12. So after the 12th, I'm open for next readings, private readings. And I see you again. Bye bye. See you all.